this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Om Krim Karike Namaha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you would like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video about the new moon that will be happening in Aries in Bhrani Nakshatra. This will be happening on May 7th. Now, Bhrani translates into bearing or she who bears and is represented by the yoni, the female reproductive system related to the womb. The female reproductive organ is the doorway between realms, between the physical and the non-physical. It can transform us from the astral plane to the material plane, in which there is a sense of death from the non-physical to the physical plane. When we transform, something must always cease to exist, our old self. With Venus in the first house, this transformation can bring us something new in the matters of relationships, partnerships, friendships, or business partnerships, or something new may pop up that may show us that we need to transform. Also, this could be in the matters of war, as this is located in Aries, and the relationships that come with war. New relationships are not advised at this time for most, because Venus is combust, and the energy of Venus is so close to the sun that it's losing its power. It doesn't have the abilities that it normally does, which makes it more difficult for love. For example, our partners or even ourselves can become more self-centered. Divorces and separations can happen. Arguments can occur as sacrifices must be made that may be difficult for some to accept. Some may find it more challenging to express their love to others at this time due to a lack of self-love or self-esteem. Finding validation from within is key. Some may feel that they can't express themselves to their partner, and this may have to change. This can affect romantic relationships, as Sun is the Lord of the 5th house. Some may feel rejected by their partner due to work, especially careers in creative fields, in sports, or fun activities that they may not be invited to. This can bring a sense of jealousy in relationships, which can also lead to caution and restraint. Secret relationships can happen, ones that are forbidden, such as affairs. This will be out of ego and selfishness. Some may feel neglected based on lack of motherly love. Struggle with finances is possible, as both Venus and Jupiter are combust. Jupiter is combust in the 2nd house of money, aspecting Ketu in the 6th. If you're looking for a job, you may need to boost your education or your critical thinking skills. This can actually help some people who are looking for employment now that Jupiter is aspecting Virgo, where Ketu was originally sitting by itself. So now it's giving a little more good luck in that area. Happiness in families may be a challenge for some, as some may feel separate from them physically. Maybe they're overseas or long distance, or they could actually feel separated from them emotionally. People want new relationships right now, and a transformation is needed. Some may be too emotional or needy at this time. Bhrani can erupt something that's been brewing for a while, much like into a volcano. That could be literally or metaphorically, like a child in the womb that is finally delivered unexpectedly. Some may see the literal meaning of this, as Jupiter is in the 2nd house of family, and Jupiter is also a child. Kali is a representation of this nakshatra. She is the ultimate divine mother to all. She shows us the demons that must be slayed around us and within us. And these demons come from our ego. To see the truth, we must dissolve the ego. And to do this, the demons must be shown to us, even if it's painful to see. This is a battlefield of dharma, between right and wrong, the good versus the evil. Aries is a war that must be fought, whether that's internal or external. It's up to you and your own karma. This brings out the extreme in us. Do not fear death. Sometimes we must face it in order to overcome this challenge. Immaturity or wanting to act in a immature matter may happen, but don't let it take control of you. Many will want to explore new people and new places Don't let your desires get the best of you. Allow these desires to guide you on to what needs to be worked on and resolved. Chasing desires will only bring suffering. Take caution before jumping into anything, as losses can occur. Mars in Uttar Bhadrapada, which is the back part of the funeral cot, is showing us that actions towards meditation can be very healing at this time and can lead to spiritual awakenings and knowledge. Mars, which is the Lord of Aries, is in the 12th house, in Pisces with Rahu, giving more power to the fact that something must be let go of, and abruptly, with either a large amount of courage or a fight, a war, or possible violence. Mars is within 10 degrees of Rahu and making its way closer every day, and the exact conjunction will happen on May 18th. Rahu is making us dive deep into ourselves, to our hidden subconscious mind, to our thoughts, to our emotions. Overspending can happen due to lack of happiness, as Jupiter and Venus are both combust. Saturn is in the 11th house in Purva Bhadrapada. Our social circles are changing. We are seeing what was hidden from us. Some people were putting on a front the entire time. Some of these people are leaders and authority figures themselves. Some of these are friends of the darker people in the entertainment industry. We're healing from Shabahisa, and we're now confronting the dark side of it and exposing it. This is our alliances, our groups, organizations. Friends of the nations have secret motives. Jupiter and Saturn are both aspecting Scorpio in the 8th house, further bringing out our secrets and our need to look deep within ourselves and transform. Occult rituals and spirituality is always the answer. Lack of shared resources and taxes may be hard on some. Mercury is in the 12th house at the Gandanta point. There is a crisis in the matters of war, health, employment, debt, transportation. We must be cautious traveling to avoid accidents and be cautious of how we speak to avoid unnecessary arguments that may lead to loss or endings. A loss from major weather disasters that are unexpected are very possible. This could be with fire or large amounts of water. This chart is all about death, rebirth, transformation in all areas of our lives, and endings. It may be hard due to the malefics having so much power right now, but it is a necessary evil. The professions that this will include and affect are anything to do with children, like babysitting, school teachers, amusement parks, theme parks. We should be careful of accidents. All professions with birth and death, that could be at a hospital or a morgue, fertility clinics, homicide detectives, there could be a lot of death, dancers, the tobacco, coffee industry, slaughterhouses, veterinarians, firefighters, the automobile industry, motorsports, the petroleum industry. Prices may go up. The film industry, exposing the dark side of these things that are connected with children, like pedophiles. The porn industry, occultists, tantrics. Earthquakes are very possible, and also things to do with fertilizer and seeding. So that's just a little bit of what I see coming up for this new moon. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one.